Hello, everyone, and welcome to MediaMelt, the show where we talk about the media that is supposed to melt our minds, or in the very least, tries to. I am, of course, your host, Dylan Strickland, and today, let's talk about Star Wars Visions. Here with me, finally, once again, is the return of the king, Kirby Talesky. How are you doing, man?
It's going.
Okay. So enthusiastic to be back.
Hey, it's going. What else am I supposed to say?
Also here is Satan's ex-boyfriend, Gabe Anderson. How are you doing, Gabe?
Hey, it's going.
And finally, my brother, an anime weeb, as they call, is here. Aidan Strickland. How are you doing, Aidan?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
That's great. I'm glad you're here. Just going to give you guys a breakdown of how the show is going to go on today. We are going to talk about each episode individually. So this might be a bit of a longer show, but we're going to get through all of them. Also want to remind you guys that we are now on Spotify, any musical app of your choice, I guess podcast listening app of your choice. You can find us on there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, everything will be time-stamped in the description if you just want to skip to specific episodes. But let's get started. Kirby, what are your thoughts on The Duel?
So I didn't know what I was expecting going into this because I knew Visions was coming out, and I just knew it was a thing, but I didn't know much about it. Watching the first one, it set a real solid high bar for the entire season of Visions. And the first one, it reminds me a lot of the like old 50s, 60s, like black and white samurai movies, just with the...
Was it called Hirosawa? I think.
Do what?
Yeah, Kurosawa films.
Yeah. And
Seven Samurai.
Just the way some of the action was, and the way like stuff would be blowing with a breeze in the background. It reminded me a lot of that, and I thought that was really cool that they could incorporate something as old as that into something as new as today, and with a twist on it with Star Wars, because I mean, who would think you could have a samurai showdown with Star Wars, with lightsabers and...
Well, what's great
that.
about it is that's kind of like what George Lucas, I guess, based the first Star Wars movies on. You can kind of see in the Obi-Wan and Vader fight from the original Star Wars that like the slow-paced like fighting style from the Kurosawa movies is kind of like a huge inspiration for the like Star Wars in the 70s. So it feels like authentically Star Wars in a weird way. Is that what you're trying to say?
Sure. I mean, it wasn't really saying that. I mean, it was just...
Yes, you were.
Okay, well,
No.
it was then. Okay, well. It just reminded me a lot of like the old Kurosawa films, because if you showed me this and started playing it and didn't have the vision slide on it, I mean, you couldn't tell it's Star Wars until they pull out some lightsabers.
Yeah.
And I did really like the Sith, like umbrella lightsaber, whatever you want to call it, the spinning saber of death.
Yeah,
it was really freaking cool.
What about you, Gabe? What did you think?
Dude, I didn't even know this thing was coming out until like 4 or 5 days ago. Whenever like we were out at Denny's and like you just told me, I was like, oh, all right. Like I live under a rock.
Which is crazy because
anyway,
like it's literally like your thing.
Yeah, I know. Like I love Star Wars and I love anime both. And it's like, oh, is this gonna be peanut butter and jelly, or is it gonna be like peanut butter and some weird
banana
sauce I found in the fridge? Sure, banana.
So hold on, y'all went and got Denny's without me.
We were
left out over
It was
here.
a last minute
Oh shit! We just gave our location. I'll cut that out.
We were
exact place
I was at 778.
Yeah.
But you liked it, Gabe?
Addresses. Oh yeah, like there were 1 or 2 episodes in it that were like, you know what, I didn't really like it, but I think Kirby was right with like the first episode being such a good bar to set, because there were a couple episodes that I felt fell short of that, but almost all of them either met it or surpassed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I definitely
overall I like this series.
I definitely agree with the bar analogy, because I feel like the first episode is, I don't know if Aidan agrees, but I felt the first episode was so fucking good, like crazy good. And then we got into the like other ones, and I was like, but what do you think, Aidan? What do you think of the first episode?
Oh, unfortunate. I'm not a Jedi. That shit was cool. That was good. The katana saber is cool as fuck. I don't know why it made such a loud noise when he unsheathed that hoe. Oh, did I say that?
And but just with the
Yes.
first episode, it like describes everything so well, like without having to tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I remembered that. I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
Aidan, you're good.
Thank you, Aidan. Aidan.
No, yeah, but it's good. I think it does set the boundaries. I can't remember. Do you remember who made this one? Who made the first episode? Which studio?
Let me look it up. I had it pulled up, and then I accidentally logged it out. Kirby, you're here.
Ah,
You do it.
Oh, okay. Give me a
You
second.
tell us which studio made them. Obnoxiously loud. Oh my god.
Shit.
Anyway.
Damn, bro.
Pending.
Yes.
What studio made the Duel?
Kamikaze Doga.
Okay.
Douga. Yeah.
Okay. But so I don't. Are those Gabe Aidan? Is that a studio you two have heard of? Because I don't watch anime, so I don't know.
I don't know studios really well.
Yeah, I mean the only one I know of is freaking
Ghibli.
yes, Studio.
Yeah,
I can. So
Yeah, apparently
This-
they worked on several anime over. Oh, sorry, Aidan. Over the years on Netflix, one called Sound and Fury, JoJo's Bizarre.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
they made
What were you
JoJo.
saying?
That's what I was gonna say.
They made
JoJo's
JoJo.
Bizarre Adventure.
Kirby cut you off to say what you were gonna say.
And did you guys ever see the Batman Samurai movie?
oh my god, that thing was a fever dream.
Yeah,
That was
they also
such a
produced
weird
that.
movie.
That movie is hella
That
good.
makes that makes so much more sense.
You guys should watch that movie. That movie hella good.
Yeah, but I've never even
What is it
heard.
called?
Batman
It's,
Ninja.
Batman
Batman
Ninja.
Ninja.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
like
I'm telling
Batman
you need,
Ninja.
it's
Look,
a
the name is
fever
goofy,
dream.
but that shit is so good.
Dude, there's a mech and like a bunch of like monkeys
Mhm.
fighting each other, and it's amazing.
Gotcha. Yeah, but anyway.
But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but anyway, I think this episode is like definitely my favorite. I absolutely thought this episode killed it. It was utterly
Favorite.
perfect. I thought the score was like really good. Like it was like classic Star Wars score, and the whole series like kind of like plays a lot with like canon, and it's interesting to see like where each episode takes place. But you could tell this episode took place. At least it might have been during or after The Force Awakens, because of the way like the stormtrooper helmets
So,
look.
is this stuff? I don't think this stuff is canon, is it?
No, it's not
no,
canon.
it's
Okay,
not.
that's what's
It's kind of like it's like half-ass. It's like if they want it to be, they can. But the direct,
Legends.
but the creator said, or Kathy,
It's just a what if type thing.
Kathy said they didn't want the creatives to be limited in any capacity. So it's
Gotcha.
basically like they could do whatever they want with the Star Wars world. And I think that's kind of, we'll talk more about this later, but I think that's kind of a big negative for me. But yeah, anyway, this episode, if they were like, no, the Duel is canon, I would be super fucking on board. That shit at the end.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
dude.
he,
Yeah,
like-
whenever he had all those kyber crystals.
I know. And he,
Oh,
That was pretty cool.
oh.
Like collecting them, bro.
like he says almost nothing the entire episode, but he is just,
Mm.
he feels like such a fucking badass.
Dude,
Like,
He's
I
cold
love
with it.
I
I love how
watched-
he didn't care about. I love how he didn't care about like anybody who was fighting. He cared
Yeah.
about like the civilians and all of that, but like he basically had the idea. It seemed like he didn't give a fuck if you decided to like fight. If you were willing to pick up arms and fight, he was willing to let you go fight and die. But like the civilians, like the innocents, he was like, nah, you don't mess with those people.
He was like the very, very lowest tier of Sith you could be.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was.
No, yeah.
But you have like Darth Revan who like even like
No,
he
you
decides to use the Force. What?
That's not canon.
Well, okay. If this shit's canon, then it blah blah. But
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you do have Darth Revan who flips back and forth. What are you saying, Kirby?
Shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah. The other thing I really liked about Visions in total, but mostly or a good chunk of the Duel was the twist that he's not a Jedi, right? To where he's a Sith, but he's not like a typical Sith that you would see. He's not the all right, conquer all, kill whoever, don't get in my way type thing. He's the just leave me the fuck alone and don't fuck with me type thing.
So many things, like when he pulls out like Aidan mentioned this, when he pulls out the lightsaber for the first time, and you're just like, oh shit, like
yeah, this is not regular Star Wars.
Yeah, it was fucking like he's a good Sith, I guess, in a sense. He's kind of like
he's like a bounty hunter Sith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like
it's like to
morally
atone
gray.
for his sins or something.
Yeah, or something like that.
You know, like he's done something and he's deciding to go kill other Sith.
Also, the animation in this one is...
I swear to God.
Well, you can just add on to what I'm saying, but I fucking love the animation in this. Aidan, turn that light off. It looks terrible. I fucking love the animation in this episode so much. It's fucking awesome. Like I've never, like usually, what I kind of realize is I tend to like anime more because I'm really not an anime person. Like I really don't like a lot of anime, but I tend to like it more if the like art style is like super unique. Like I guess my favorite film would be The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Like I love that story, but it's like Spirited Away and stuff like that. I'm not really like, well, I mean, I like Spirited Away, but I don't think it's like crazy or revolutionary. But this like unique like style, I feel like makes it so much better. What were you gonna say about it, Aidan?
Oh, I was just gonna say I apply that to every episode. Every episode,
Yes.
I feel like had like a beautiful, beautiful soundtrack.
Oh,
and like at least one like really fucking pretty ass shot.
Yeah.
Like throughout every episode,
episode,
everyone had one beautifully animated fucking scene.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Every
I feel
episode
like
was very stylized.
interesting that you guys feel the way. Yeah, go ahead, Kirby.
There's only one episode, and we'll get to it when we talk about it, that I thought just wasn't my taste, but everything else, every other episode was.
Yeah.
And yeah, like all the episodes have a great score except one. And I watched this first episode with a buddy of mine, and we both agree that this first episode, the Duel, this short 15 minutes of spin-off Star Wars lore.
You better say something so fanboyish.
Is 10
times better.
Yeah,
than Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my God.
Than Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know because I like Rise of Skywalker. No, I like this a lot more.
I was about to say if you like Rise of Skywalker a lot more than this, you've got trash taste.
Yeah. Well, I do have trash taste, but I know I don't like Rise of Skywalker more.
I mean, he has like your mother, so.
Oh my gosh, you beat me by 1 second, Gabe. You beat me by 1 second.
That's your mom.
Let's go!
All right, fuck it. Do you guys have anything else you want to add about this damn near perfect episode? Oh, apparently they're making a
mistake.
Okay, 1 second. Wait a second. Wait in turn. They're making a spin-off novel that apparently will be canon. So maybe that canonizes this episode, but I don't really know. We'll see when it comes out, I guess.
One more thing though, the colors, like
yes,
the colors that they play with, like in almost every episode is so crazy.
No,
Like
not every
red.
episode, but in this one specifically, like
the
blue
red, like
and
lightsabers
white.
are just like.
It was good.
Well,
Bro,
can we
about
talk
to
about
act
the
up.
bounty hunters real fast, or like the Seven Samurai type deal that like they like hire the bounty hunters and all that?
Oh, is this? What are you talking about?
No, I was just like, I thought that was a really cool thing to see. Like
this
you have,
episode?
like just like with the Trandoshan and like the
yeah.
you know, like the guys from Tatooine, I always forget their name. The Sand People.
Jawas?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
The Tusken Raider.
Tusken Raiders, yeah, and then like I just thought it was a really cool like dynamic. You know, I hadn't seen that before, except for Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of a tired out trope. But anyway.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add about the duel?
I'm excited for. Wait, what's that new Matt Damon Ben Affleck movie come out?
That has
the Duel, the last Duel.
It's called
Okay. Oh damn! I was about to make this joke if it was just called the Duel.
Oh, no, this is where I was going. It was a good episode because it also showed it was the only time that there were like non-force wielding people fighting.
Yeah.
Right. And it was a good setup to show that like, you know, the rest of this series is just going to be force users.
Dude, when he fucking catches the
like
boy.
That was pretty fucking dope.
Oh, but no, I like what I'm talking about though is like the Trandoshans, like he's being smart. He's like, oh shit, she's a Sith. We need to all back up, fight like from far away. We need to be smart about this. And it didn't matter because she just like force choked him and stabbed him. Like it was the only time except like where it was just dark side versus dark side. There were no light side. Like there was no light there. Anyway,
I get you. I feel you.
No Jedi.
Yeah, I feel that. It's morally gray. All right, let's move into Tatooine Rhapsody. What did you guys think about?
I loved it.
Tatooine Rhapsody. Kirby, I guess you'll go first. What did you think?
No, I liked it a lot. It was a good. It was a good combination of the main kid's backstory and seeing where he came from. That because you see the Jabba dude saying, "Hey," then you just see years later, "Oh yeah, no, they're a band now," and I mean, I liked the music that they played. It was pretty cool as well. The soundtrack, the soundtrack for this episode, like
that song was
slapped pretty hard.
It was so good.
Yeah, no, it was pretty fucking good. It was pretty good.
I'm sorry, I disagree with you guys. Everything. Gabe liked it too. Gabe, didn't you like it too?
I thought it was cute. But I didn't. It was not my cup of tea.
Oh my god!
Watch it subbed or dubbed?
This episode I watched subbed.
So
I might need to go back and rewatch it then.
The thing that I liked about all of Visions, especially, is that they marketed it towards anime because I mean it is, and that if you watched it dubbed and all that, like the lips do not match up at all with what they're saying, which I like a lot.
I didn't notice that actually when I was watching.
No, I thought it was synced up pretty well.
There were some episodes that they did not do it very well, and others that they I think they might have had it dubbed and a sub version.
Got you.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, but you like this episode a lot, Kirby?
Yeah, no, like music was good and the story was really good, especially with I mean, freaking Boba comes in out of nowhere looking like a freaking bobblehead.
Oh yeah, can we talk about how Boba Fett gets like taken out by a band? Of course, he gets taken out by a blind guy at one point. So
yeah, there you go.
Hold too much candle, but yeah.
Boba Fett overrated, bro. It's just
he's the most overrated character in all of Star Wars.
And I think the best part I liked about it was at the end when they do their last performance in front of Jabba. The kid doesn't come out and like threaten him with his lightsaber. That he actually turned his lightsaber into a microphone, which I thought was really cool. And he put Jabba on the spot, saying, "Hey, we're giving you a good opportunity to like help us into."
Just like Luke.
Do what?
Just like Luke.
What do you mean?
In Return of the Jedi, Jabba, we'll give you one more chance.
All right. Well, no like it's
or
different.
die.
It's different.
Surrender to me.
It's different. But I mean, I like the ending of it. You know, to where it's he didn't have to use force to get his way, which I thought was really cool.
Kirby, don't take that soundbite.
What?
Kirby, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know why the fuck it's so funny. I really don't.
I gotta go pee. Fuck. I'll be back.
What did you think, Aidan?
Can I talk without Gabe here? Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I talk without Gabe. I don't care.
All right. Just for a reference, because I'll be the one to do it, I guess. This one was produced by Studio Colorado, the same people who brought you Burn the Witch, a movie I've never seen, but I have heard is very good. So,
Are we switching off here now, Aidan?
well, I mean, you didn't do it on your turn, so.
Well, he didn't ask for it yet. Okay.
Well, I mean, you gotta pay a commissioner when those rates are still good.
Aiden, what did you
All right,
think?
let's listen to
Okay, so I thought it was fun-hearted. I know it was a cute little family episode, cute little like wrap-up. It was cute, fun-hearted, exactly what I expected from the studio. You know, like I nothing to hate against it. Like it was all fun. I liked the songs. I thought the songs were enjoyable. I mean, I thought they were all cute together. They had a form function as a band, and they came together in the end, and they worked it out, and it was a nice happy ending. It was a good episode.
Every single one of y'all liked.
All right.
Well, you just don't like anime.
I didn't like the songs. I'm gonna be honest. I thought the songs were garbage.
Yeah, but you didn't like the story. Like you didn't like the coming together.
I thought the story was I thought the animation was kind of generic.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I was kind of in the middle about it. I don't know. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was good either. Well, I mean, what did you think, Gabe? Now that you're back.
I thought it was. I could see that it was good. That there was a lot of heart that was thrown into it. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can describe it. I like we'll get to Toby later, but it's not the animation style. There's just something about the story. It's just the music does band sort of deal. I don't know. Like School of Rock doesn't pull my heartstrings.
Yeah, and I was also like watching it, the part where he like uses the Force and goes above everybody. All I could think was he would be like the most wanted man in the city of bounty hunters right now.
No, but he doesn't care, bro. He's doing it for the art.
What does he say? So happy for you? Is that what the lyric is? He's like, at least in the subs, it was like, so happy for you, bring joy for you, or something like that. And I was like, this is.
Oh yeah, that was also the other thing. I made the mistake watching it dubbed the first time around, and that
I watched it sub all the way until episode 8 because I couldn't keep up. And what's it? Lop and Ocho. However you pronounce it. I couldn't keep up with what they were saying, so I watched it subbed all the way until that one, and then I watched the last 2 dubbed. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought this episode was just okay. And honestly, like I watched the first one and I was like, holy shit, I have to watch the next one because if they're all this quality, like
I feel like the way you have to, or the reason why you don't specifically like it so much is because you're not a anime fan, or you're just not a fan of
that may be fair.
Animation, because I know a lot of people that would watch this, not a Star Wars fan, and say, damn, that was pretty freaking good. I mean, I might get that, like that might be like their doorway into Star Wars. And
for a rude awakening, then, because this is so different.
And I think the reason why the music to me worked so well in this is because like the rock of it, like the speed rock, it matches a lot of like other anime music out there. And I thought and it was a good twist that they did with it, which was really good.
We'll go ahead and say what you're going to say, and then I'll say my PC. Go ahead.
Aidan, me. I thought you were still talking to Kirby.
God damn, dude.
I think the main reason like you're dissing on it so much is because it was a switch from like 2 very different varying genre of studios. Like, because the people who made the first episode, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is a super action-oriented anime. It's super, and then this one is just like they make more family-friendly anime, and so it was like straight from action. You were bringing off of action, you wanted more action, and then this one was not necessarily action, so that's why.
That might have something to do with it, but I feel like, see, with the first one, it was like a whole new world because I was like, oh my God, I've never seen something animated in this unique style. And I knew they weren't, like, I know it's an anthology series, so I was like, it's not, like, the next episode's not going to be the same. But I feel like the first one was, like, so centered around, like, kind of the character and, like, the story and where, like, it's going and, like, the intense action between the two. And then we go into this one and it's like, okay, the animation's a little more stuff we've seen before or had over the past. And, like, the story's kind of meh. It's not really interesting. Like, It was interesting in the beginning. Like the first 5 minutes really gripped me. It was just kind of
Mids.
lukewarm.
Well, okay, and it wasn't that bad, but it's just there were so many other episodes that were so good and solid that
Were there?
like.
You guys seem to enjoy this a lot more than I
Oh, all
did.
right, never mind.
Are we still talking about episode 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about episode 3.
No, I actually did like quite a few, Gabe. You go ahead, continue what you're saying.
Oh no, that was it.
Okay. Yeah, I just thought this episode, I was like, I watched the first one and then I watched this one and I was like, oh man, maybe this isn't going to be for me again. And then but when I watched the third one, I was like, okay, part of these I'm going to have to trudge through because that third one was do you guys have anything else you'd like to add about the second one before we get into the third one?
They should make more music.
Yeah, they should.
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah, they should.
So happy for you.
It's so good. So good.
All right. Let's move into the twins.
This one sucks.
What do you think about the twins, Aidan?
Me first?
Yes. Since you've seen
Kirby, you should shout it out real quick so it's your turn.
All right, so this one is by a studio called Trigger. Trigger has also done some works. Jesus Christ, some works called Little Witch Academia, Promare, SSSS, Gridman.
Say Kill la Kill and Darling in the France.
Yeah, say Kill la Kill.
Those
Kill
are the
la
most
Kill.
famous ones.
Sorry, I don't know.
Kill la Kill
Aidan
is
should be the guy who does this.
Well, no, like I haven't heard of Studio Trigger before this, so I don't know what their popular stuff was. But yeah.
Do you guys not have like? Do you know? Okay, never mind. I'm not even gonna get to it. There's one girl from Darling in the France that is very popularized in anime. She has pink hair and she has red horns. She wears a red outfit.
What is it called?
I know who you're talking about, but
she says
I do.
There was a TikTok audio a while ago. And it was like Ohio, and then it like played like soft music.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Kirby
That
recognizes her.
Shut up.
From certain websites.
Shut up.
Darling in the France.
I was like, how do
Naked
you?
woman.
You seem very excited to see her.
Yeah.
All right. I just.
Aidan, will you continue?
Can you just like cut this out? Can you?
I'm definitely not cutting this out, and do not say what I think you're about to say.
No.
Go ahead and say what you thought of the third. Aidan, go ahead and say what you thought of the third one.
I thought this episode was great. I thought this episode was beautifully like portrayed. I thought the animation was really beautiful. I thought the story was really good. Like this shit look cool, dude. Like the shit with the 6 lightsabers, she's splitting that shit up, and he's got this one big ass fucking lightsaber. I mean, I'm seeing some mixed reviews coming from the faces of my peers, so I'll pass it on to someone else. But I thought this episode was good too.
So this episode was very stylized, and I liked it up into a point, and I don't know where that point was.
I do.
But they lost me at one spot.
How about the part where they're just fucking standing out in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
But
at first, I was like, okay, I'm okay with this because theoretically they could be genetically modified, like because they were like born in the tubes and stuff.
Mhm.
So I was like, maybe they can withstand the space.
So
Born in the tube.
you're not okay with this, but
Fallopian
you're okay
bird.
with Leia like being blasted from a ship,
completely
standing there
different.
and
That's
floating
completely different
back.
because Leia uses it for like maybe 7 seconds, and then she goes back into the hole. But these fools are like out there, like
This is
fighting.
like
two.
this is
okay,
like a
hold on.
minute fight.
But so to circle back though, this is a studio that typically does stuff like this,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, just believe in yourself and you'll do better, and then shit magically works.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of coming from that the mindset of like anime, where that is a typical trope, and it got a little bit better, but it was just putting a finger in the dam. It was one of the weaker episodes out of the series. Like I said, I don't think there are any bad episodes coming from this series, but like it's one of the weaker ones.
What did you think, Kirby? Before I give my opinion.
This is the second to worst episode in my opinion.
God, so 3 of us didn't like it, but Aidan did. Interesting.
Yeah, so
This episode was fire.
But to me, I wasn't a fan of the art style for this one. It was too
Watch Kill la Kill and you will be.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I probably would. It's just I'm not. I'm not a fan of this art style. It's too like bubbly for me, if that makes any sense. It's too. I don't know how to describe it. It's too fluid. If that makes it better. Like I'm used to more strict and rigid and kind of fast paced art style, and not this free flowing type stuff. And I don't know, just the story between the two, between the twins, was not just to me was not written well, in my opinion. I mean, I thought it was still decent, but yeah, it was just not there for me.
Yeah. All right, we'll see. Okay, see, this episode, it's one of the only ones I didn't like, but I did like parts of it. Like there are like a shitload of homages to like the other film, like the films. So you can tell that the artist was like heavily inspired by like even the new films. Like the part where the ship gets cut in half is a clear nod to The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Which I know is like everybody's, well, at least some people's like the worst film of all time.
Shit is beautiful too, bro.
It was like, I really liked that. I didn't like how they got there though. Like I thought it was dumb as rocks when the dude was standing on the X-Wing and then they go into hyperspace and somehow he's able to just stay on the ship and hold a lightsaber as it cuts through the entire Star Destroyer. I was like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching? I thought it was so dumb.
I was like, you guys are thinking too practically about it.
The thing with it is we have to think about it in that sense because we know kind of the rules of the world that this takes place in.
Yeah.
It didn't fall into the scale of a normal Star Wars.
There's guidelines.
There, like you could see the power dynamic, but there wasn't a sense of scale.
Yeah,
I guess. But, I mean,
this is what I'm saying is kind of my problem with this whole like show. Like, I'm a canon junkie. Like, I love things when they're canon. Like, I love like thinking, oh, this fits here and like this fits here. And this show takes a lot of things and is like, no, fuck you, nothing fits anywhere. And so it's hard for me to like appreciate it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like as much as I would something that was canon, like say as The Mandalorian or Bad Batch or Clone Wars or something like that. So there are moments like this where I'm like, okay, but like even if I wanted to consider this as like headcanon, I couldn't because it's just utterly absurd. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense at all. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the point, though.
I mean, maybe you might be right because it is liberating for these artists to just do like wacky shit like this. But I'm just saying, like, as well as like I appreciate what these artists are doing. I like it a certain way, and this didn't like not that fit because I don't want to say fit because it might have surprised me and done something new, which it definitely did surprise me. But I just didn't. I don't necessarily know if I enjoyed what they did with it. I don't know. The score was fine. Like I said, I liked the moment at the end. I don't feel like we knew the characters enough for us to be like, oh my God, it's so inspirational.
Yeah.
Like the homage to A New Hope, just like I did with the other stuff, like where they're standing and looking at the sunset. Like there's a bunch of shit that I appreciated, but this is probably like one of my least favorites, if I'm honest.
These episodes, they love throwing those shits in, bro.
Yeah.
I think how many episodes said it? Like 5 or 6?
I think almost every single one. Yeah.
I mean, that quote is legendary, though, so.
Yeah. Well, all the movies have it. So.
Aidan, what specifically like made you turn around and like it? Is it like basically what I'm saying, except you kind of appreciated that?
Yeah, I like the aspects. Like I like it when people, take something and they have their own like opinion about it. They write it their own way. I don't mind that it's not like necessarily like possible. Like of course it's not possible to stand on a fucking ship while it goes max speed and stay on it. But I mean
theoretically there's no air resistance.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, who cares? I mean, the shot looks cool, right?
Yeah,
action looks cool.
Air resistance.
I just thought it was
real.
weird. Like, so he's standing on the starship or in the X-wing, and then they're going to the Star Destroyer, and the beam is like this huge ass lightsaber that's shooting, and then once it gets to his sister, it kind of just like half-ass like hits her. I was like, wouldn't it cut her in half?
Well, that's the whole point. I mean,
she was leading
clearly
with
purposely
chest
was
first.
not trying to do that. wasn't trying to kill his sister because the whole thing was protecting her.
But he does go all the way through the ship.
Yes.
You're trying to get technical with an anime show, Dylan.
I know. See, this is my problem. Is like, I don't know.
Just believe and it'll happen.
Yeah, I guess.
Just believe that you understand.
So, Gabe,
like
Kirby, you two didn't like it, but Aidan, you found...
Meh, it was mids. I give it like a 5 out of 10.
I got you.
Mid vision mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just okay. So the twins, we give a all-around score of a 6 because Aidan liked it, and the three of us. But you didn't like it, Kirby, huh?
Nah, it's like a 3.
A 3 for you, 5 for Gabe, 4 for
like
me,
Give
and
it like
Aidan
an 8.
liked it. So yeah, about 6.
Yeah, 5, 6.
Okay, that's fine. That one was I was really curious to know you guys.
All right, what's up next?
What did the Village Bride? What did you guys think about the Village Bride?
It was the most forgettable one.
I
gotta be honest. It was the most forgettable one for me.
Yeah,
I thought
actually,
like I was watching. I was like, this is really beautiful. But looking back on it, like it was the most generic. It was
I
the
just
least
watched it last night,
stylized.
and I genuinely can't remember what the story. Oh, I remember now. There's a bride, and they go there, and then this dude wants her to kidnap her, and then a Jedi saves her,
hostage.
right?
Yeah.
the animation and the lightsabers and the force is all cool, but generally the story is pretty boring.
Yeah.
I like the story, and I like some of the music cues, and the part. Isn't this the one where she cuts that dude in half?
Yep.
Yes.
That shit was
it's
fucking
such
dope.
a good. Whenever she had like her high heels that like were
Fucking
generating
went into
doors
boost
or
mode.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She put her Crocs on sport mode, bro.
she went into 4x4 drive.
Yeah.
What did you think, Kirby?
Oh,
Drop
the studio.
So for the studio, it is a studio called
Pokemon.
Kinema Citrus, or Citrus.
no, it's citrus.
Wait, is that the show that they've done?
No, that's the name of the.
Okay.
That's the name of the studio.
Well,
Kinema Citrus.
Citrus. But they've done work. There's one called.
It's Rising of the Shield Hero is what the translation means.
Oh, dude, that's the most generic isekai out there, bro. It's just a bunch of waifus and shit. All right, continue.
Okay. I mean, they've done works TV wise. Higgy Pio. I'm butchering that. I am sorry. Let's see. Black Bullet. Norn 9. The Rising of the Shield Hero. Film wise. Eureka 7. Pocket Full of Rainbows. Made in Abyss. Journey's Dawn.
Have either of you two heard of those?
No, just Rising of the
Shield Hero.
Yeah, and it's very generic.
And Made in Abyss, I think I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what did you think, Kirby? Did you like the episode?
So this one I did. The writing was pretty good. Because I mean this episode is a slow burn, right? There's you don't know.
Slow, yeah.
Yeah, it is a very slow burn until the last 5 minutes, if that. And
it's like one of the longer ones, isn't this like the first?
Yeah. I think this is like a 20-25 minute one.
Yeah.
I think it just burned too slow. I think it was too much of a slow burn for me.
I don't think so because I mean it makes a decent enough point of the dude saying, hey, yeah, like everyone here's been under suppression and everything, and all they care about is giving back to the world they're on and making sure everything's right, more or less. And then you get the action at the end, and it was pretty good to me. I thought. So, what's up?
If I have to say, what was the purpose of having the Jedi there? She like cut two guys in half, but the bounty hunter, the normal dude, did all the legwork. He's the one who took out the ship. He like other than like that one spot where like he had the gun to her head or to the bride's head.
He needed a distraction to accomplish his mission.
I guess I don't. Yeah.
Best thing I can say. I don't know.
But what I mean, so you liked it, Kirby, huh? You thought
I liked it. I liked the art style. I thought it was pretty good. I want to say this one reminded me a lot of that art style. A lot of I don't want to say Ponyo, but I can't remember what it reminded me of because
My Neighbor
I watched this one yesterday. Yeah, maybe a little bit of that.
I will say this was the most Studio Ghibli-esque.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Story wise, yeah.
okay, really?
Yeah, that's
'Cause
where I
feel
was
like
going.
Studio Ghibli usually is a little better than this.
Oh yeah, no, like I said,
Well, no,
it,
yeah,
it
was
would be better,
but-
but-
hints. It was like hints of Studio Ghibli, like
Yeah,
they were trying to mirror them or something like that.
yeah,
You know,
Mhm.
taking inspiration.
and I liked it a lot because of that.
What did you think?
I went
No, you didn't.
first.
You commented on what Kirby was saying, but you said, I mean, you said you thought it was average.
Gabe went. Then
That's
I
what
went.
I got. I
bad
said it was-
conversation about it.
Oh, you're right. I did just bash off people. You're
Yeah,
right.
you
I
just
did
said what
bounce off
Kirby said.
people. Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Like I
Yeah.
said, I mean, just a generic episode for me. It was okay. Nothing too special. The animation was really beautiful. I'll give them that. They had some amazing animation in it, especially with the colors and the lightsabers and stuff. The blue on the lightsaber looked really good. They used battle droids, which was weird. I don't know why they threw some battle droids in there. So for the only one who
I
did
actually
that.
kinda thought that was
For the
battle
prequel
droids?
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're up there, fired.
I will give him a note. I'll give him a note on. They're over there. Stupid ass shit.
Fire.
Where did they go? Sorry. I'll give
Oh
him
yeah,
a
that's
note.
right. I just remember that dude threw his helmet into
Yeah.
the
And
droid.
That
yeah,
was
and it
pretty
blew up
good.
the ship. And
Yeah.
I'll give them a note.
Oh, well, King of the Spin
What
the
they
Bottle.
should have done is to make it more impactful. I feel like is show a little more cuteness, like show a little more cute moments between the wife and the bride, and then not make the husband be able to go with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like separate the wife and
Definitely
the bride.
remember those two characters.
What? You know the bride, right?
I
Yes.
remember the bride, but I didn't even.
And
Yeah, she
the
had a
dude who
sister.
the dude who was carrying her up the mountain in the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
I
Her
remember that.
husband.
Okay.
What do you mean? They got married. That's what the whole thing was about.
I'm telling you, dude, this episode was super forgettable. I don't know why, but it's like slipping my mind.
Well,
Like
yeah.
when you say it, I'm like, oh yeah. I remember what you're talking about. But like when you just said like the husband, I was like, I don't even remember what he fucking looked like.
He looked exactly like her, but with black hair.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. No, that was what I was about to get there. It was
I thought they
it
were
was
brother
the
and
same
sister.
avatar picture, but they had different accessories on, and that was
Yeah.
What did you think, Gabe?
Gabe
I was
already
the first
went.
one to go.
Jesus
Why am I
Christ,
losing my mind?
Dylan.
Literally
Dylan,
losing
what is
my mind.
It's
happening?
this episode. We need to move along. Move along.
Time
We need to get
loop, bro.
past this episode.
We just didn't like it. Most
Yeah.
of us didn't like it. Aiden, or except for Kirby. Kirby liked it. I just thought it was okay.
What's the next episode? Jesus Christ.
This one was
next
really
episode,
good.
the next
The ninth
episode is
episode.
actually fucking fantastic.
The Ninth
that's
My
Jedi.
favorite
What we're talking
episode.
about is the Ninth Jedi.
Bro, no, it's my favorite episode. You can't have it.
Real quick for you guys, this
So-
was a studio production.
God
IG.
damn it.
The same people who made Attack on Titan, your Haikyuu, your Ghost in the Shell,
Okay.
all
Yeah.
fantastic
Okay.
animes. Beautiful studio.
And screw you
Mhm.
guys, I'm going first this time because I want to talk about this. This episode is fucking awesome.
Dude.
This episode, I love this episode. First of all, you get like the animation's kind of generic. There are some moments where they use like CG instead, and I always thought that was cool. Like when they did that in like Family Guy and stuff. I don't know why, but I was always like, oh my god, like that's so cool. That's a different like style that they kind of just combine. And I'm guessing that's like a common thing in anime too. But they use it here. No,
Mhm.
like that's a thing.
really.
That's not a thing. Well, I thought it worked really well. And the father and daughter thing, I love that. I thought that was awesome. But I need to talk about this Sith reveal because that shit blew my mind. Like when they all pick up the sabers and they all ignite them.
Oh,
You didn't see that
was-
coming?
No.
Okay, no,
That
but
was so
I couldn't-
obvious.
but I couldn't tell if it was they were gonna be Jedi or Sith, or like if everybody was a red herring in that.
Well,
was
here's the thing.
problem.
Here's the thing. Is there's that one moment, the one thing that I was like, oh, okay, like this is a weird, like he
So-
needs to work. I was like, he needs to work on this as a Jedi. The dude goes like, when is he gonna get here? And I was like, okay, like patience, like
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, okay, so like he clearly is still like working on becoming a Jedi. And I figured, I was like, okay, this is why I love this episode so much, because it makes you like think about things, because this is one of the only episodes that's set after episode 9. So it's like the Jedi have been dissolved. There's no more Jedi anymore. So all I could think is like okay, what happened to Rey or whatever? What happened to Finn and them? And how did we get to this point? Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, clearly their teachings went astray in some way. And like Rey wasn't connected to all this. Also, I love the little music. Like the music in this sounds like Rey's theme. I don't know if that was on purpose, but did you guys hear that? Where it's like dun 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 dun. Like it was oddly close. I don't know. It just made me think so much. I was like, oh my God, this is, and I think what gives it the edge is that it's in a part of the universe that we've never seen before. Does that make sense? So it's like, even though it's not canon, this is one of the episodes that would fit really well if it was. I don't know. I really, really liked it. What were you saying, Gabe?
Oh, Aidan, go ahead of me. I went first last time.
Okay. Aidan, what were you saying? Aidan, what are your thoughts on the Ninth Jedi?
My bad.
No, yeah, this was my favorite episode by far. This was I really enjoyed this episode. It was super. I did see that the Sith were all Sith, because they were all just shady people to begin with. Like they all look shady. But I thought that the robot dude, the guy who came out of the robot, was also going to be a Sith.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning, that he was a bad guy. He gave off really.
See, that's what I thought, and that's why I was like, okay, so he's clearly the bad guy, and that's why I didn't think about the other Jedi.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was really good. Also, like, why did they set it up for a part 2? Like, they set it up for like a beautiful like part 2, like where they go find his father.
They kind of did that with everything.
They kind of did that with every episode, that like they could progress it from there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Well, one thing I didn't like about this episode was how fast the purple lightsaber guy changed.
Yes,
because he was just like killing folks, and he was trying to murder them, and then like flick of a switch, he was like.
But I did like that moment where we look back to him, and then all of a sudden he's like purple, and he's like, you can tell it's because he's conflicted. Like some evil and some good. Yeah. Like, I don't know, changing the lightsabers into mood rings was something that I was like, this is going to be stupid. But when I was watching it, I was like, no.
This shit was cool as fuck.
That's kind of like how
when her shit shifts to green, bro.
Oh, that was cool as shit, man.
Oh, my God.
Dude, no, I'm with you, though. I thought that the Margrave was going to be a Sith. But whenever he, like, caught it and turned into a green lightsaber, I was like, hell yeah. Like, I really, like, just
it's got, like, the little circle around it, too. Like, he's got, like, a ring around
he's got it looks
so cool.
He got too excited.
What did you think, Kirby?
So yeah, this is. I kind of want to say this is better than the Duel, to be honest. I mean, starting off, I mean, you got the youngest guy there, the Jedi who was the only Jedi, come into the room, and they're all like, "Yeah, no, we're waiting here for the same guy too." And then you see the hologram of whatever his name is. I can't remember his name.
That right there with
Margrave.
The dude
the Margrave
and holding the blue lightsaber is another thing that made me think like, okay, they can't be Sith.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, okay, well clearly this one is a Jedi. They can't the rest of them are clearly Jedi too. So that like made their continue what you're saying, Kirby.
And then you see him and you're like, all right, he's got red eyes. I mean, how is this guy not a Sith or a bad guy? And then especially the scene that got me to think, okay, yeah, all of them are Jedi, was when the Margrave shows them the first lightsaber, and then the one Sith dude picks it up, but then passes it to the other guy. Like that, I thought, all right, yeah, no, he's a Jedi. He just handed it to him.
Courtesy,
courtesy act. You know, Jedi do that. And then he turns it on. He's a Jedi. But as soon as everyone else finally gets their lightsaber and it's all red, you're just like, holy shit, that was a good turn.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked, bud. Good luck.
You have no idea how
Aidan, what did you
are.
think gave it away, Aidan?
I just thought they were like shady. Like it was my first instinct that these guys were all like Sith.
Interesting.
Like
maybe it's more of a like. I mean, Gabe, did you pick up on it too? Is it an anime cue? Maybe.
So that's what I was about to say. I'm so conditioned that I was thinking like I thought everybody was red herring. I gave up. once she started giving out the lightsabers, I was like, I don't know who's good and I don't know who's bad.
It was something.
I did think that though the guy in the blue poncho, that the one Jedi kid or Padawan or whatever, I thought at first he was going to be Sith because he was the first one to be so readily so the first one to be willing to pick up power.
Yeah.
Right. And like just the lightsaber being a symbol of power. But then like later on I realized, oh no, all the Sith, they're not going to want to pick it up because like that's a very Sith thing to do, is to seek out power. So why not like give it to the young kid first?
So maybe it's an animation cue then. Like maybe you guys, since you both watch anime frequently,
we're smarter.
Yeah, you noticed.
Yeah, we're just more intellectual. No, it was just something about like the atmosphere. Like whenever they started talking, it was like maybe it was a sound thing, but it was like the atmosphere around them and just the look on their face. Like they all had pretty evil looking faces. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Me and Kirby, I didn't pick up on all. Kirby,
no, like I so typically whenever I'm watching a movie or TV show and I can usually pick up, all right, yeah, this guy's going to be a bad guy, or there's going to be a twist coming up, or this guy's going to die pretty soon. Like, I can pick it up on it pretty quick, but this one, it was a solid twist that you don't see coming.
At least for you and me, I guess.
Yes, for I would say veteran film watchers, if you will.
Gabe's not a veteran. Fuck you, Gabe.
Okay. No, I liked how they established pretty early on, but it was like not a real throwaway line, but like show not tell. Whenever they were like, "Oh yeah, anybody could answer this message, or anybody could have sent this message to like Jedi out there. This could easily be a trap."
Yeah.
You know, they were kind of like hinting at it at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe you guys just picked up on. I didn't, but I thought this episode was fantastic. Do you guys have any other thoughts on it? All right, let's move into, I guess, Gabe said Toby earlier, and I realized it's not T0B1.
Yeah.
I was
they said it in the show.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
They said it in the show.
But let's move into T0B1.
TOB1.
Yeah,
Get it right.
2B. 2B1.
I'm pretty sure it's T0.
No, the guy says TOB1.
O is another term for 0. Your audio just cut out. What'd you say?
I said he doesn't say 0, he says O.
It is O.
Actually, I think it's Toby 1, guys.
Look at the okay.
Watch it dubbed.
It's TOCB too, TOCC, TOCA, all the other droids.
I'm pretty sure it's 0. Look at the thing on. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
It's Toby 1, bro.
It's really
Toby
not
1 Kenobi.
It's just really not.
You're saying look at the title and they're the exact same font. The letters
no.
Look at my second favorite.
Look at Lop and Ocho, and then look at T0B1, and the O is different in both.
It's a different font, bro.
No,
yeah,
what? On the title?
Different studio.
Whatever.
All right.
Yeah, what did you think about Toby, Kirby?
So this studio is called Science Saru. Pretty new studio, came out like 2013, 2014-ish. They've
been around for almost a decade.
Yeah, almost. They've done a little stuff here and there, like they've done an episode of Adventure Time. I kind of want to say their biggest thing that I've seen was they did a manga adaptation of Devilman Crybaby.
Okay.
And that was 2018. But other than that, kind of a small-time-ish studio. But this is the worst episode to me.
They also did Ping Pong, the animation, which is the greatest animation known to date.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's such a good animation.
Get the fuck out of here.
Crazy ass Ping Pong.
Really? This is the worst one for you?
Oh, yeah. No, I did not like this one.
This is my favorite.
This one's too fucking bubbly and, like, kiddish to me. I did not like it.
Really?
Did not like
what
the
did
animation.
You not like about it? Like just
didn't like the animation, didn't like the score with this one, didn't really like the writing of it. I mean, it was okay here and there.
See, the score, it kind of sounded like Black Panther a little bit, but I didn't think it was bad.
I mean, all right, okay, yeah, it had a good couple of hits here and there, but like overall, it was not that good, especially in the final battle between Toby and the Sith guy or whatever, which it's too kiddie to me for what all the other episodes were. It's too kiddie and goofy, if you will. It's just too much. It's too bubbly, too much.
Interesting. That's interesting that you're saying that, because wow. Okay. So too bubbly for you. What about you, Aiden? Did you like Toby?
Yeah, I did. I thought this was a very well thought out episode. I thought all the character driven parts were really good. I mean, each character had unique motivation for what they were doing, and I felt for the hero. I mean, they didn't really give a backstory to the bad guy, but clearly bad guy looking bad guy. Also, I definitely thought this was like Astro Boy. This looked so much like Astro Boy.
I was about to say,
yeah.
Like Toby looked exactly like Astro Boy, and I wonder if that's an homage of some
or
sort.
like Mega Man, and that definitely.
Yeah, I got some Mega Man vibes too.
The Doctor looked exactly like the Doctor from Mega Man,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Dr.
Wily?
Cloud, right? No, Wily's the bad one.
See, I've never.
Whoa.
I don't know. You know what it kind of reminded? The animation style kind of reminded me of Steven Universe. I've never seen that show, but I have. But I did like it. I did like the animation style. It was different, and I appreciated it, like that aspect about it.
No, but I thought everything was good. I thought the fight at the end was really thought out. I mean, he used his smarts, he used the Force, and he was awesome. He fulfilled his father's wishes. I thought it was all really good.
Dude, when
that scene where he's forcing together the lightsaber, oh my gosh! And then he suits up. I totally forgot about the fucking suit up part. And he turns into Ultraman.
It comes out of nowhere, but it's still so cool at the same time. He's like, what is it? Like 20B1 or 20B? Like
whatever his name is. He's like, let's go Mega Man or whatever the fuck. He just
literally just TOC1 guys.
It's like Iron Man putting on the fucking nanotech suit.
Yeah, I know.
This episode, here's the reason why I think it's one of the best ones, right? It's the one that shows the Force the best. It shows a visual representation of how people feel the Force around them.
What?
The reveal that the Master was a Jedi Master was pretty tight. I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
But I'm not just talking about, it's he's understanding the connection between life and the Force, and how it's just this weird how he's seeking it out, right?
So how was it? Did you guys understand, was he once a human?
No,
he's just an android.
Yeah, he's an android.
How is he able to use the Force then? I guess it's just
it's an animated show.
Dylan. It's an anime. Let go of your ideals for a minute.
Sorry. See,
if he can create life, then he can be life.
That was a takeaway from me, but continue what you were saying, Gabe. I did like the insightfulness. I do agree with you.
But because it was showing you don't seek out the Force, you feel it, it comes from within, that sort of thing. It's that the answers don't come from outward, they come from within. Sort of it was not through a seeking of the Force, but seeking to better himself and the planet around him, that he truly found the Force.
Okay, but you appreciated it quite a bit. Or Kirby, what were you saying? Go ahead.
No, I was saying some bullshit that's gonna get a lot of people a little pissed. But he wasn't born, so because he's an android, he doesn't have midichlorians, so he can't
exactly
have the
exactly what I'm
Force
saying.
Powers.
Midichlorians, the most the best part of Star Wars.
Exactly.
He doesn't have any.
Hands down, the midichlorians are the glue.
They make
Star Wars.
They make
Star Wars
easily.
Can we talk about how dumb this kid is real fast? By the way, about how he just goes straight into the ship, and his first thing to do is just hail the broadest frequency possible, asking for Jedi.
Why didn't his master, hey, Jedis are outruled? Why didn't he just ever tell him? Jedis aren't cool anymore.
He deserved to die.
His master, actually, I thought he was pretty cool. But so Gabe, you thought it was good.
I would give it a 10 out of 10.
Three of us thought it was good. Kirby didn't like it.
Fuck out of here.
Okay.
Who buried the professor, by the way? or his
That's
master.
what I was wondering. I was like, was the Sith like, oh, okay,
Like
I'm gonna bury him?
He walked out. He's like, Master, no. I was like, oh, that's okay. Got it. Like,
But
that's
I did
supposed
like
to
that
be
he
his
finished his
body.
work. What the fuck is Aidan doing?
Don't worry. Don't ask questions you don't want to answer.
I was taking shit out of my bag. It was making a lot of noise. I don't think it was.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to speak for it because I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure that's a cultural thing.
What,
That
the rocks?
Yeah, if you bury your enemy, if you kill them.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But we were saying who did it?
The enemy. That's what I'm saying.
That's like a thing?
That's what I'm saying. I think it might be a cultural thing that
Oh, that's cool, actually. So
I
it's
think
like respect in a way?
Yeah, it's like you're honoring their spirit.
Oh, but you don't actually know for sure. But
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain.
Well, that's actually kind of interesting then.
I think okay.
As Aidan rewires his house.
We get to the elder now.
Yeah, let's move into the elder. Yeah.
So
how beautiful.
This studio is also by Trigger, the studio that did the Twins.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this one's far superior to that one.
Yes, I 100% agree.
What did you think, Gabe? Go ahead.
It was a slow burn, and I feel like the majority of this talk is going to be about the fight at the end. So I'm just going to say I like the character development, how it did not need that long of a build-up, but it was very clear that it was the hot-headed apprentice and the very strong they've done this before with Grievous in Clone Wars, where you have the master and the apprentice, and like Count Dooku has this whole scheme set up to have Mitt Fisto and his Padawan go and fight Grievous. Anyway,
straight up, I think they should have killed the Padawan, though.
Yes, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I thought that was it was very good. They just 5 minutes in the beginning, and that's all they needed. They could have made the fight so much better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I think I did like the opening intro because like for once I felt like it was kind of refreshing to have like know the characters before they're just kicked into the action. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to like understand where they're at, but I did feel like it went on a little bit too long. But the animation on the bad guy,
it's so good.
God, it's so dope. When the master whips out his lightsaber and you can see it like sizzling in the rain, it's like, yeah, that shit's. What did you think, Kirby?
So I really did like this episode a lot better than the freaking Twins. I did like the slow burn of it. I did like the character development of them just talking and you getting to know them and like understand their relationship. I thought was really cool, and the animation of it kind of reminded me a lot of. I think I was thinking of like a Voltron show, but like the animation of it was face wise at least reminded me a lot of that. But like yeah, the ending of it was pretty cool. Was pretty good, especially with the old man and just all the wrinkles and dark lines on him and all that. And I think the best episode was when the Jedi Master cuts his one lightsaber in half, and then he's just standing there, and he's got black eyes, and he's just freaking out. Oh, it was so good. And he's just staring him down, wanting to take him down, but he doesn't. And yeah, it was. This is one of my favorite episodes of Visions.
Yeah, no, I thought it was like badass, and one thing I'd say when he finally does when he cuts the Padawan, I kind of wanted him to like. This is what I'm saying. I wanted him to die because I kind of wanted to see his body, like you know what I'm saying. Like
I thought it was for a second. I thought it was just gonna like split in half and fall over.
I feel like though it's the Sith in a weird way showing restraint, and that like he knows that if he has a wounded Padawan in front of him,
more powerful
the Jedi is more likely to come after him than if it's just a body. You know what I mean? Then that's revenge.
Yeah, I feel that.
And revenge is the thing of the dark side.
What did you think, Aidan?
I thought this was a very well constructed episode. I didn't think it was that much of a slow burner. I was fully intrigued throughout the entire episode.
I'll agree with you there. I didn't think it was a slow burn either.
The weird thing, I thought they were gonna do a Obi-Wan and Anakin thing in the beginning because he was like, "I feel a dark presence," and then it was like nothing went. I thought it was gonna be the kid. I thought the Padawan was gonna turn evil
badass.
or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then he had that whole interaction with kids, and he was like, "No." And I'll say this to the day I die: my absolute favorite anime character, and like in all of animation, is cocky old men who like kick ass. I fucking love cocky
Hunter x
old
Hunter.
men. Yeah.
What is his name? Yeah.
Fucking dude, they're so good. That little shot where he runs up on him and he's fucking grinning his ear to ear.
He was a menace, dude. Like I was like,
so good. I love it so much.
He looked creepy.
He
looked really. Oh man, I could see. I could see
for an old guy.
Yeah, that shit when he gets up and his bones are cracking and shit.
Oh
like,
god.
Mm-hmm. The moment I knew the Padawan was fucked. First of all, it's a Sith. He's some dark side wielder or whatever. But like as soon as I knew, like, oh, you're really fucked, as he was. Yeah, the Sith were too worried about outsmarting the Jedi. I was like, oh, so you just want to fight people?
Yeah,
you don't care.
He just wants to wreck house.
Publicity. Exactly. He doesn't care about the publicity or ruling. He's more worried about the fight, and plus, that's it.
The final kill when he puts what are you doing, Aidan? The final kill when he puts the saber through the dude. He's just like,
okay.
Why does nobody do that?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He had the force lightning, turns it off, scoots it over, boom.
Well,
oh my god!
Dude, that was the whole thing. Is that he
still
he stopped. He just had it in his hand. He wasn't shooting it anymore. He turned back because if Mace moved it like that, Mace would be, well, what he is right now.
Toast. We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
We don't know that.
You got Flug.
Unkilling Mace ruins Anakin's turn to the dark side. If you know Star Wars, you know the entire Star Wars story is about Anakin. That's why the sequels suck. But yeah, no, I really like this this episode a lot. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the animation was pretty generic, but I thought once they got to the Elder, I was like, oh, I love the way he looks and like his lightsaber blades. It's weird. The entire show does the whole lightsaber.
Oh yeah, the blade
thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
I think it looks dope as fuck. Though.
It works in some way. Yeah, it does work sometimes. Especially, I know this is back, but in the Village Bride, when she whips it out and it goes like and like clicks into place.
Yeah,
that shit was tight too. But yeah, no, I really liked it. So we actually all enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was good.
I think this was one of the more solid ones.
Why does the old man have Darth Maul eyes, but no Darth Maul face?
Because that's not Darth Maul eyes.
Those are Sith eyes.
It's Sith eyes.
Oh, is it Sith eyes?
Yeah, if you like, Palpatine has them too.
Really? Anakin had them in episode 3.
Anakin
that's right. That is true.
Yeah,
and
true.
Then
when then in episode 6 when
Palpatine
they do it all throughout the film.
Look at me, I'm such a
that's the thing.
If you were a true fan, you would have known this.
Yeah,
Rebels. Whenever
hey guys,
spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers for Rebels.
Wait. Kirby hasn't seen it, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh,
you can't drop. Go ahead, drop it. He took it off.
I also haven't seen it.
Aidan doesn't care. Do you care, Aidan?
But like,
yeah, a little.
Okay, then Gabe, don't say it. Just don't say it.
Okay.
But I know what you're talking about, that scene with Vader, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But his eyes blue, then yellow, right?
That's actually an edit.
Really?
That's actually not what happened in the show. Yeah, that's a fan edit.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But usually Sith eyes, that's the whole Sith
thing. Give me a
thing,
thumbs up or something whenever y'all are good. Okay.
Anyway, Kirby has a fat ass. Oh, hey.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. It's the juiciest out there. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Let's move into Lop and Ocho, or is it
Ocho?
Ocho. Okay, cool. Let's move into this. What did you think, Aidan, of Lop and Ocho?
Yo, funny bad as hell, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was like, oh, the first
this was produced by Geno Studio, who has made stuff that I have never heard of. So they've made Golden Kamuy and Kokuku.
So Geno Studio, it's a subsidiary of a studio called Twin Engine. And Twin Engine also had a other subsidiary studio.
Oh, Golden Kamuy. That's a good one. Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. That made another episode of this, and it was Tatooine Rhapsody. And the studio name that went by that was Studio Colorido. So Studio Colorido and Geno Studio are both subsidiaries of Twin Engine.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because both episodes are average.
I mean, come on.
Wait, which one is this?
No,
here's the thing. What did you think of Lop and Ocho?
Oh, you didn't like this episode, Dylan?
That was average.
You're brainy. This episode was amazing. This
Yeah,
episode
you kind of
was
skewed your
beautiful.
brain for not liking this one.
This animated was beautiful episode. This one had the coolest lightsaber sword, in my opinion.
This is
the coolest looking lightsaber sword.
This is the first one that I watched dubbed, and I thought the voice acting was a little subpar.
I had it for a little bit. It wasn't that bad.
No, it definitely at points they were like clearly. I couldn't tell if it was a really good Japanese accent that was like knows most English words or like really bad because they were said friendly, like friendly at one point in the middle of the fight. I was like, excuse me, you were speaking perfectly fine English just a second ago. What the fuck is that?
But what did you think, Aidan? Did you like it?
Yeah, no, I thought this was a really good episode. The whole family crisis was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the sister's an idiot because she doesn't know anything about the Empire, but that's okay.
Dumbass sister.
Yeah,
All she has
for
to do is
real.
call 1-800, bro.
That beautiful shit. I mean, Stanley Steamer. That's not the joke you were making,
No,
but
that's
that's what I
Empire.
thought of.
Yeah, but 1-800.
Anyway, Aidan, continue with your
No, but I thought it was really beautiful. I thought the family dynamic was really good about how I was an adopted and the father chose the adopted over the son, the blood, if you will. I thought the car scene was really good. I mean, I thought this one was really well animated and really pretty.
Yeah, so you liked it quite a bit. The family dynamic worked for you?
Yeah, I was rocking with it.
Interesting. Kirby, what did you think?
Oh man, this one was a good episode. This animation of the entire episode, like background and characters and everybody, reminded me a lot of Spirited Away and a lot of Ghibli products. Just for the detailed background, and there's like a lot going on, and the still shots of the backgrounds, and then the way that some of the characters were running, and just the way they acted with like over exaggerating themselves was very much of a Ghibli aspect to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this like story wise, this is a bomb ass episode. I mean, you get the little bunny girl coming in as a ex-slave, and I thought it was just going to be an episode of like these two people trying to protect her from a group of people trying to get their slave back. But no, they do the time jump, and it creates a better story of doing it with the one sister going off to the Empire and then killing the dad.
It was the same font as The Last of Us.
Do what?
The font that was the time jump, it said 7 years later, was the same font as The Last of Us. I know that's completely not anything we're talking about.
Side topic.
She didn't kill the dad.
What?
What?
Aidan, what the fuck are you talking about?
She didn't kill the dad.
Nobody said that she...
Kirby did.
Yeah, I
did.
did.
I thought you were talking about Last of Us.
You didn't kill the dad. I was like...
Okay, go ahead.
Spoilers.
No, that's not a spoiler.
Well, it's a spoiler saying if he does or doesn't die. Don't tell me it otherwise. Anyways.
His daughter dies. No, the dad doesn't die.
Don't say shit about the Last of Us, motherfucker.
Dude, the game's been out for almost... Okay, whatever.
Well, no, all right. No, I'm talking about the second one. Don't ruin shit for me on the second one. Anyways.
Does anybody like golf?
Fucking hate you.
Aidan, that face. Gabe, that's terrible.
Fucking hate you. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Go ahead. Yeah, you'll get it one day, Kirby. Go ahead.
But the story of it was amazing. Just the entire final part of it, where she finally gets the lightsaber, and it's a passage of heritage, which was really cool. Saying, hey, even though you're not blood, you're still family, and this is proof of it. So here you are. You're the last of the family, and I liked it a lot.
Interesting. What did you think, Gabe?
This was one of the not like I said, I don't think there was a bad episode in this series, but this was one of the more lackluster ones for me in terms of story. And
I
the
thought it was
pacing the pacing was the biggest thing. I feel like if this were to be more fleshed out, have like maybe even 3 episodes, I feel it could be a lot better than it was. It just needed a little bit more.
I just wasn't connected to any of them at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like it goes from, hey, we're all gonna take a family picture on the beach to, hey, your dad's a terrorist.
Yeah, and it's not, and the sister's turn kind of comes out of nowhere too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't really like understand how she could be raised by this dad and then turn around and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It felt like you were crashing a wedding party and there was a bunch of family drama happening at the same time.
That's kind of an anime trope.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense as to why
the two kids, one's bad, one turns against the parent. It's an anime trope.
Yeah. The one that's like really supposed to inherit, like, is the blood inheritance.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. Like, I mean, there were parts that I enjoyed, but I just thought it was really meh. I wasn't really connected to any of the characters. And the score was fucking whack as hell. It sounded like someone was like on their phone, like texting. And it was like it was fucking weird ass music.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is
I agree.
Odd.
I agree with that.
And at the end when it was like, I don't know, I just didn't feel any emotional weight at the in any part of the story. I was just like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. Nothing worked for me. When the sister left, I was like, I literally don't care. Like, I don't know. Would you agree, Gabe? That's kind of how.
Yeah, I will say, though, I will give it this. It had the best vehicle moment out of the entire series, where she was whenever she got past the blockade and shit, and like crashed her speeder, and then like pulled out the Princess Peach and like or the Mary Poppins, and started like floating down.
Oh, I guess it's also Princess Peach.
Yeah, I've been playing Smash Bros. Recently. Anyway,
I can tell.
But yeah, no. But you two liked it. You and Aidan and Kirby liked it. Me and Gabe thought it was lower tier. What it sounds like.
Yeah, like I said, if it was just better or longer, it would be better. I feel like it just needed more fleshing out.
Maybe. Let's move into the final episode.
Yes.
Akakiri, I think is how you pronounce it. Gabe,
my favorite.
What would you say?
So this is my favorite animated one. Like, this is my favorite animation style.
Interesting. Gabe, what did you think of Akakiri?
Starting with Gabe again, okay.
Yeah, well,
Kirby, I don't remember who I started with. Okay,
dude, you started with Gabe like 5 times.
Who have I not? Aidan.
Okay,
I haven't started
Kirby,
with you
go
5
ahead.
times.
Like, how are you going to attribute this to Studio Ghibli and go?
So Aidan, let's start with Aidan.
Started with Aidan like 4 times.
All right, Kirby's getting jealous. Is what it sounds like. What it actually sounds like is that Kirby's just jealous. Kirby,
he just wants to say this. This one was made by the same people who did Devil May Cry Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the same one that did Toby.
This one does this animation looks exactly like Devil May Cry Baby.
Yeah, it looks a lot more like it.
But since Kirby's so headstrong and wants to go first, Gabe, what were your thoughts on?
Okay, I liked it because you could tell that like he was struggling with the fact that it's the whole attachments thing, right? And like how the Jedi believe that like attachments lead you to the dark side and whatnot. And so like it's him going back for her, like to go fight for her, not for the light or the dark.
I'm so sorry, but I meant to say the score sounds like someone's texting on this one. And not the next, and not the last one. The last one had a score that was fine. This one has a fucking weird score.
You need to get better at taking notes, bud.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it twice, but this one's the one. Continue what you're saying, Gabe. I just didn't want to.
Oh yeah, no, I liked how it kept on hinting towards like something bad's gonna happen. He's gonna kill somebody, and like as it's going along, he's like, "Oh, nothing is ever faded." Blah blah blah. And obviously, like, whatever it is deeply troubling him, and it gets to the final reveal. I don't want to hear everybody else's opinion, but like the final reveal is pretty dope. I liked it.
What was the final reveal again?
That he goes bad.
Like, about how he turns to the dark side.
Okay, I didn't know what you meant by reveal. I thought you meant like his choice at the end.
Yeah, his choice.
Yeah. Well, so you liked it quite a bit, actually, Gabe. How did you feel about the animation?
I've liked it. It was a breath of fresh air. Just different. It was so different from everything else. And that's the thing, is like, I feel like the first and the last episode, stylized were the best. Or like had the best style to them.
I feel that. It makes a lot of sense. What about you, Aidan? What do you think?
Like I said, this one had the best animation, or my favorite animation. I wouldn't say the best animation, but this one had my favorite animation. I thought this one also had the best storytelling. I thought this one's story and his arc was the best one, through fighting your urges, trying so hard not to be the person that your dreams are telling you to be, or that everyone else is telling you to be. And in the end, giving into it and becoming that person to save the one you love the most. I think that's a very heartfelt story. I don't think the villain was good enough.
See,
I didn't like the villain.
The villain
came out of nowhere.
The villain was so subpar for me that he brought the whole episode down. Like, I thought that motherfucker.
He?
Is it a girl?
That's
I thought it was. Yeah, it was his sister. It was the king's sister.
King's sister. That was his aunt, bro.
Yeah. It looked like Goro.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't like the character design. I didn't like the way.
That was a girl.
Yeah. That was a chick.
Oh my god! Well, I thought it was goofy as bastard. Fuck. Like, and you know what I realized? You know what I realized watching it? I was like, characters in this animation don't blink. Like, watching it again, like, her eyes are our eyes are like this the entire time. She's like, how could you talk to me about, like, they don't blink. And I was like, this is fucking, like, I don't know. The design was whack, and I didn't vibe with the whole ending. His choice at the end was cool, but I didn't like the bad guy.
I like the ending, and this is the first time we've also seen, like, someone, like, really heavily use, like, the Jedi mind trick, like, but in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, to cause, like, genjutsu on people and shit like that. Like, put people in spells and shit. And I thought that was cool. I thought her powers were cool. I just thought she looked stupid. I thought she looked goofy. I liked the choice at the end. I thought the choice made sense. I thought it was all good. This one was probably, like, take number 2 on my spot.
Dude, and it felt like he was signing in blood. Whenever, like, she took his hand and, like, pressed it down. It felt like, the devil and all that.
It was basically like Anakin's arc, but flipped.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna like make a comeback and like remember who he is and shit, and then the whole thing like turned red, and I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
What about well, here's my thoughts. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit, actually. Well, I thought it was okay, if I'm gonna be honest. It isn't like my second place, but I thought it was just okay. I did like the choice at the end. I liked that they flipped it on its head, and I thought that the animation, kind of everything you guys have been saying. I don't know, but that's everybody's thoughts on Akakiri. Gabe, you liked it. Aidan, you liked it. I just thought it was meh. Let's move into Kirby.
What about Kirby?
Kirby, what did you think?
Oh, can I go now?
Yes, you can.
Are you sure?
Yes, you can.
Can I?
If you have no more complaints, you can go, Kirby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she looked like a cow.
Damn.
That's it?
That's your only opinion.
I mean, that was like the main one sticking in my head. Was like she looked like a fucking cow. But I mean, it was all right. I mean, you could definitely tell it was made by the same studio that did Toby, and I mean, it was all right.
I didn't know that it was made by the same studio that did Toby.
You could not tell that. Kirby.
No, you
could not tell that.
No,
I didn't even know until you just said that. I had no
animations were completely different.
It's kind of similar.
Not even relatively.
No, it's kind of similar.
Kirby, was this episode bubbly and cute?
Did you watch it with your eyes closed?
Yeah.
Did you?
What do you mean?
Hey, this is why we don't let you speak, Kirby. This is why we don't let you.
This is why we save your opinion for the last. We can think about it the least.
Kidding, Kirby. I'm kidding.
This is the real reason I haven't been on in like 5 episodes.
Don't say that. You'll hurt my heart.
Good.
You'll hurt our audience's heart.
Okay, but you liked it.
The 5 people?
No, singular. That's the reason why I said heart. Singular.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But, guys, stop, please. You're hurting my feelings. But continue what you were saying, Kirby.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, I get the story of it. I wasn't a fan of the story, in my opinion. I think the animation just wasn't for me. I like the. No? The Jedi the Jedi kind of looked like a gunslinger from the Dark Tower. It's like that. That's the kind of vibe I got.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay. It was
Okay, all right. All right, so you thought it was I thought it was
and she looked like a fucking cow. Just
you thought it was and I thought it was meh, and Gabe and Aidan both liked it, and Aidan's playing on his phone. But
I'm actually looking at a shit ton of quarters. So fuck you.
Oh my god! What is more interesting than the show?
Is that a roll of quarters? Is that a roll of quarters in your pocket, Aidan?
Or are you just happy?
No, I'm just happy to see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, right at the same time. Okay.
Fuck, y'all are brothers.
But let's move into our.
What the fuck was that? Y'all did the exact same movements for like 5 seconds.
Let's move into our favorite parts, or episodes. Gabe. You know what? No. Aidan, what was your favorite part?
Favorite part or like
yeah, favorite part or episode? What, like, if you had to pick one specific moment?
Favorite episode was the Ninth Ninja.
What the
Ninth
fuck?
Jedi.
The Batman Ninja.
Batman Ninja. It's been on my mind ever since we started talking about it. The Ninth Jedi was my favorite episode, but my favorite moment is probably in Oshaku, the 8th episode. Bunny Girl and
Lop and Ocho?
Yeah, Lop and Ocho with the whole thing where she's giving him the sword, I think is my favorite. I thought it was the most like beautifully animated part. I thought it was super powerful, super moving.
Interesting. That makes a lot of sense. I did like that one scene. It was super badass.
Where he's like handing
where he gives it over
vest
to her.
and
Yeah.
then he like
I thought the episode was meh, but I thought that part was pretty cool. What about you, Gabe? What did you think?
Oh man, it's honestly it's a tie between Toby and the Ninth Jedi.
Interesting.
The Ninth Jedi, because I felt like that was the most epic out of the all of them. No, Ninth Jedi.
No, you said it's a tie between Toby.
Yeah.
How
but
the
like
fuck
I'm saying, really, Toby is up there with it.
Like no, for I don't know what Toby really resonated with me, and I don't know why, but it was just the art style. Like it was a fast-paced combat, but you knew what was kind of going on.
Yeah,
it was very scaled down. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. What about you? What'd you say?
Ninth Jedi was the most epic out of the group, though.
Yeah, I agree. I'll agree. It was pretty epic. What about you, Kirby? What did you think?
My favorite part, hands down, was in the Ninth Jedi. The lightsabers themselves. The way that they could change the mood rings. I really liked that. Really liked that. To where.
It knows your intentions.
Yeah. You can't hide when you use that lightsaber, right? And it shows like your true connection to the Force between the little girl and it being like faintly see-through and black to it going green was really cool. And then the entire scene when the twist happens with the Sith, all the Sith coming out at once, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's fucked. Yeah.
Who had?
What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, what were you saying?
Who had the yellow lightsaber? Someone had a yellow lightsaber. Didn't they?
It was in The Village Bride.
Was it
Yeah.
the bride? Okay.
Yeah, she had a yellow one. I think my favorite episode, definitely hands down, it didn't ever get better than the first one. I liked the Ninth Jedi, but I thought the Duel was just, it was like somehow it was everything that I wanted in Star Wars, but it was also like a fresh take. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like Star Wars, but it also was something completely different. And I think that's because of like what I mentioned at the beginning of the video that Kirby dismissed. It was like that's heavily what George used a lot of inspiration. So I really liked that quite a bit. Favorite moment? I would say when all the Sith turned on their lightsabers. I think that was Aidan's. That shit.
What? No?
Or one of you. It was probably
mine.
Gabe's. It was probably Gabe's.
Yeah.
I really liked that moment a lot. Oh fuck, that's awesome.
Well, I think that's a perfect note.
but what did you think?
Fucking quit.
Do you guys think? What do you, I want to throw this out to all of you. Do you guys think we'll get another season? And do you think how do you think it'll be structured? Do you think it'll be all new episodes, or do you think they'll do like a sequel to each episode?
They'll be different.
Interesting.
It'll be like Love, Death, Robots.
Just you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yep, they'll change it up every time, and it may or may not be the same studios doing it.
What did you think, Aidan?
I don't think there's going to be another one.
See, I actually might agree with Aidan. I think if the show all of a sudden gains popularity, but I think that the show is a little too niche. Do you know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that, but I just don't think they're going to make another one. I think it's going to sit perfectly. I don't think it's too niche.
I think it'll just be a one.
I've seen a lot of TikToks about it.
You've seen a lot of TikToks about it, Aidan, but you're also on the anime side of TikTok. No offense. Like you're
on the Star Wars side of TikTok.
I know. And I'm on Star Wars and Marvel side of TikTok, and I've only seen one person talk about Visions. Yeah, only one. And I think the reason it is so niche is because you're either an anime fan who likes Star Wars, or you're a Star Wars fan, or you're just an anime fan who randomly stumbles upon it. Because if you're just an anime fan, I don't think you're really gonna like. There are a lot of other anime shows. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And I know that a lot of Star Wars fans have been looking at it and going, well, it's just like it's anime. Like I'm not interested in anime, so why would I watch it? So you have to be like the perfect people to watch this is someone like Gabe.
Yes.
Who likes both. And is like, this is an epic win.
Shout them out. Do you think that the people who are only into Star Wars and don't like anime are saying, I don't want to watch it because it's anime? Do you think they should watch it?
Right now, no.
Yeah, being one of those people.
If I'm being honest, being an only Star Wars fan, if I were you, I would just watch The Ninth Jedi and the Duel. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think I'll ever watch any of these again besides those two episodes. Ever.
Really?
Like none of them were good enough for me to be like, okay, I'll watch it again. Besides the Duel and the Ninth Jedi. But if I'm saying, there's 9 episodes and I only like 2 of them, like
one for each.
Well, you're not a fan of anime again.
That's what I'm saying though. That's why he was asking me, because like as a person who's just a casual Star Wars fan and not an anime fan, is there that interest there? And as far as I'm concerned, not really. Like if they did do a season 2, I would be more interested in seeing like kind of a more grounded take, because I don't like it really get absurd. I know Aidan liked that, but like the Twins was one of my, like I just thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Twins was
yeah. But
Toby was the worst.
I do think there is a chance it'll get a second season, because if Bad Batch is getting a second season, I think it's very possible that this will too, because I don't feel like Bad Batch had a crazy big audience, and so the animated side of Star Wars might just continue. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to build that. But
to go back, Kirby, you're allowed to have your opinion, and I'm gonna leave it at that, bro.
Well, Gabe, I'm gonna leave you with your opinion's wrong.
Did you? What? I
Okay.
don't even remember hearing the opinions.
He said Toby's bad. And I was like, oh,
Are you
okay.
talking about? Are you talking about Spider-Man?
Yes, Toby Maguire.
I will slap a bitch.
Guys, I just realized that like if these are all like canonically connected and say they're all on different planets and stuff, which I know they're not because I'm pretty sure they're on different time frames.
Yeah, it's not.
But
canon.
there are 9 ninjas or 9 Jedis. Like throughout each of the episodes, they're all 9 Jedis. So they could like make it where like they all collect together and these are the 9 Jedis that they were talking about finding.
I don't think they will. I think they're all.
I mean,
They're all two separate.
That's a
universe.
stretch.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
a stretch,
two
but
separate,
that'd be cool as fuck, no?
like time.
Oh,
like
and then
time
they like
frame
all
wise.
show up and they're all in their respective animated styles. And
All right,
Yeah, that'd be
Spider-Verse.
Oh,
that'd be
that'd be
horrible.
pretty
That'd be
cool.
horrible, but that'd be cool.
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, but I think it will season 2. I would like to see a continuation of some of them. Like, if I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest, I want to see
You just want to
another.
see a continuation of the duel.
I want to see another continuation of the Duel in Ninth Jedi. I want to see that
Dude.
story continue.
Yeah, yeah. If either one of them get just one more episode, I'll be happy.
So you guys don't think there's gonna be a season 2?
Nope.
No,
Aiden, you don't
I do.
either.
I don't know.
I mean, I think there can be.
I think there will be. I don't think it's a can. God, it bothers me that none of them are canon though, because like, honestly, I don't feel like I'll watch next season unless I hear there's a
Yeah,
continuation.
you will.
I will, but I hate watching.
will,
it.
you
I
little
just feel like I'm
dirty
wasting
whore.
my time because I'm like, none of this has any effect on the actual galaxy that I care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like,
Cheeseball.
why does every story have to be about the fate of the galaxy though?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be about the fate of the galaxy, but I do want it set within that galaxy where that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
it's not that I want it to influence anything in the Skywalker saga, but there's a level of like authenticity. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like you can care more about this because what happens in this show actually does affect like things that are happening, like in the world, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. A lot of people aren't like that. Like, I don't think you're like that, Gabe. You don't really give a shit if it's canon or not, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
I play games out of order, bro.
Yeah. See, I'm not.
Okay, well,
that
you're
guy.
psychotic about that.
Yeah. I'm
Wait,
I'm
hold
not
on.
okay.
What games do you play out of order?
Fucking Modern Warfare and Borderlands.
I'm
and
pretty sure you
apparently
didn't
that's
play. Do you
enough.
play any of the other God of Wars?
No, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you played God of War?
No, I
Like
haven't.
2018?
He loves it. Aiden, it's
No,
like
that's
his
one
favorite.
of my favorite games, dude.
Never
really?
played it. Never played it.
It's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
Oh,
okay.
speaking of video games, before I forget, Elite Dangerous. It's fucking amazing, dude. It's space truckers, and that's it.
Oh my god.
You can fight pirates and all that too.
Get the
but,
hell
like,
out
that's
of
it.
here.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll talk about
okay.
more in a little bit.
Let's
All
wrap
right,
this
let's
up.
wrap up. Yeah, let's do it. Gabe, wait, I don't ask Gabe. What's going on?
No, you don't.
What's wrong with me? Aiden, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at BilboSwagger76 on Instagram and Twitter, Aidan Strickland76.
I think it's actually Bilbo Swaggin69 on Instagram.
Yeah, swaggin sounds better.
You're right. I'm sorry. On Instagram, it is Dylan Suck My Cock.
What about you, Kirby? Where can people find you on social media?
Yes.
What the fuck just happened to you?
I just fucking blanked for a second. Gonna be honest, just
He still doesn't know.
Bilbo Swaggin69.
Yeah.
Exactly what I said. Wow.
yeah. Just look up Curbs McGurbs and on like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. If you follow me, I'll probably block you because I don't know you. So
Kirby, why are you doing that to people? That is just not okay.
Dude, it's
Like,
random. It's random people. I don't know.
Here's the thing. If they follow you, just don't follow them back.
Like if I look at them and I see they're from like freaking like Tennessee, I don't know anyone in Tennessee. Why the hell they follow?
Why are you blocking
You're the
them?
only 10 I
Like,
see.
Media.
why are you even giving out your social handle if you're gonna block them when they come on?
Well, I don't know.
Oh my God.
This is why
Anyway,
I don't
that
have
will
social
conclude our
media.
show. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We will be back in a couple weeks to talk about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I don't know who's going to be on that show right now. Maybe some of the people here. We'll find out. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next time.